In the last week or so, I've put out a few videos trying to show that they're all working for the same people. Then comes this speech by Putin, which is a little bit different. I just wonder why this is being done. But I'm going to try and read a little bit, but it depends how fast he goes. But it's, I want ordinary Western people to hear me too. So we'll just have a go, right, and see if I can keep up. Or I might just let the video play. You are being personally told that your current difficulties are the result of Russia's hostile actions, and that you have to pay for the efforts to counter the alleged Russian threat from your own pockets. All of that is a lie. The truth is, the problems faced by millions of people in the West are the result of many years of actions by the ruling elites of your respective countries. Their mistakes and short-sighted policies. This elite is not thinking about how to improve the lives of citizens in the Western world and countries. They're obsessed with their own self-serving interests and super profits. This can be seen in the data provided by international organisations, which clearly show that social problems, even in the leading Western countries, have exacerbated in recent years. I can't keep up. Can you see what he's saying? So, I find this quite incredible that when the media show us anything, it's not real, because there were quite a few marches in London. I was at some of them last year, and or the year before, maybe the year before now. Oh yeah, last year with Gary, I went to one, and they didn't even televise it at all. I think they said, oh, there was a march, that was about it. But we stopped London. We actually stopped London. It couldn't move with the amount of people that were there. And they weren't showing that on the television, but they're now showing you Putin saying all this stuff. But what we'll do is, we might just talk over the top. I've turned him off now, but I just wanted to hear it was him saying it. Here he goes, and now he's going to carry on. And hopefully you can just keep up with what he's saying on the screen. So basically, he's now blaming, but he doesn't use names. He doesn't sit there like Biden going, what an man he is, you know, and making it very personal. He's just trying to say, I mean, wow, I'd rather listen to Putin than Biden any day. And in one of the videos I put out, they're actually saying that he's lost it. So, but then why would they put him there? And then obviously Camilla Thingy-Bob, she's just as bad. So you wouldn't want her there. And then comes this with a man talking properly at you and telling you what they're doing. So what is going on? Because if the media show you, it can't be real. I think he's the new Roman emperor, to be honest. What, Biden's jumping new emperors. Obviously the Queen runs everything, but he's one of the emperors, something like that. I don't know, but look at what he's saying. Yeah.
Everything we've been thinking.
It's a myth. So why doesn't he say he's not invading Ukraine? Why doesn't he say he's not invading Ukraine? Why doesn't he say that?
Yeah.
He's not saying that.
No.
He's just saying, oh, everything's wrong, it's not like that. But I mean, a lot of people might not realise that they say that Russia still owns Ukraine.
Partly, yeah.
But I mean, that's not good enough just to come in and take over. But I put a couple of videos out to say, what's happening? So, you know, those people went there. Oh. At least he sounds like I mean, I've said that he's never in the videos. You know, that he's not real. It's the same thing. It's all CGI. Look at it. Does he look real there? That looks like a computer, doesn't it? He also looks like he's changed. But I mean, when you look at what he's saying, it's so different.
Totally.
Who would you rather stand behind? Someone who's talking like him, or the other thing?
The other thing.
Or Boris, just as bad. He waffles. Well, there you go.
Чтобы меня услышали и простые граждане западных государств. Вас сейчас настойчиво пытаются убедить в том, что все ваши трудности – это результат каких-то враждебных действий России. Что из вашего собственного кошелька надо оплатить борьбу с мифической русской угрозой. Все это ложь. А правда в том, что текущие проблемы, с которыми сталкиваются миллионы людей на Западе, стали результатом многолетних действий правящих элит их государств. Их ошибок, близорукости и амбиций. Эти элиты думают не о том, как улучшить жизнь своих граждан в западных странах. Они одержимы своими корыстными интересами и сверхприбылями. Свидетельство тому данные международных организаций, которые прямо говорят о том, что социальные проблемы даже в ведущих западных странах в последние годы только обостряются, что растут неравенство, разрыв между бедными и богатыми, дают о себе знать расовые и национальные конфликты. Миф о западном обществе всеобщего благоденствия, о так называемом «золотом миллиарде» рушится. Повторю, сегодня всей планете приходится расплачиваться именно за амбиции Запада, за его попытки любыми способами сохранить свое ускользающее доминирование. Введение санкций – это логическое продолжение, концентрированные выражения безответственной, недальновидной политики правительств и центральных банков США и стран ЕС. Именно они за последние годы собственными руками разогнали спираль мировой инфляции, своими действиями привели к росту глобальной бедности и усилению неравенства, к новым потокам беженцев во всем мире. Вот политика сдерживания, ослабления России, в том числе с помощью экономической изоляции, блокады, это осознанная, долгосрочная стратегия. Сами лидеры Запада уже не скрывают, что санкции направлены не против отдельных лиц или компаний. Их цель – нанести удар по всей нашей отечественной экономике, по нашей социальной, гуманитарной сфере, по каждой семье, каждому гражданину России. Против России развернута массированная атака и в киберпространстве. Развязана беспрецедентная информационная кампания, в которой задействованы глобальные социальные сети и все западные СМИ, объективность и независимость которых оказалась просто мифом. Ограничивается доступ к информации. Людей пичкают огромным количеством фейков, пропагандистских подделок. Дошло до того, что одна из американских социальных сетей напрямую заявила о возможности публикаций с призывами к убийствам граждан России. Мы понимаем, каким ресурсом обладает эта империя лжи. Но против правды и справедливости она все равно бессильна. Россия будет последовательно доводить свою позицию до всего мира. Оппозиция у нас честная и открытая. И все больше людей ее слышат, понимают и разделяют. Хочу сказать предельно откровенно. За лицемерными разговорами и сегодняшними действиями так называемого коллективного Запада стоят враждебные геополитические цели. Им просто не нужна сильная и суверенная Россия. Они не простят нам ни нашего самостоятельного курса, ни того, что мы отстаиваем свои.
So, I'm just going to play what he says slower, so if it's too fast for you to have read it in the first place, you can now see it again. To be honest, if you play it a few times and listen to what he's saying, I actually quite like what he's saying. But he's still right here. He's flying double eagles. So that means he's still part of this thing. He's in it. So what do you think's going on? He's asking to get out? Or what's going on? Is he trying to be the king, the boss?
Dominance.
I mean, everything he said in there is correct, except he doesn't talk about the CGI and all that crap because he's in it. And then, you know, me and Amy found out that in the Cold War, America and Russia had military sorties together. They did projects together where they told everybody we were in a Cold War. Why would the military be doing things together? We made a video about it and put it out on the channel, me and Amy. I don't know, about a year, 2 years ago. I was a bit disgusted, to be honest, because they've told us it's a Cold War while they're doing things with the army. Like, if you're at war with Israel, you're not going to have your soldiers doing things together, are you? Okay, it was called the Cold War. There wasn't actually a war, but, you know, you've got to fear Russia and everything. Anyway, you know, I don't know, I've done quite a few videos on him, but I actually prefer what he's saying. He's not insulting Biden, is he? Like Biden insults him?
Not at all.
That's a bit strange. This may not have even gone out on the main news. Someone has just copied this. I mean, he does look a bit strange in the footage. It's really poor. Well, the flags don't look so bad, but it's always poor footage. We're 2022. He's still flying double eagles. But look what he's saying. Everything he's saying is, we want to say that. Can we have a microphone? Can we go out and say, yes, they're doing this to us?
Yeah.
Can we do it too? If Putin's allowed to do it, can we have a microphone? I want to say it. Yes, they're doing it to us too. They're doing it in the West to us. So what is this? Because he's a part of it as well. You know, you can't have the same eagles on everything, on the presidential seal, and he's flying them. And even the red one, on one of the videos I did, showed the double red eagles. That they're showing it in America and they're showing it here. So this is just some media game then. He does say planet, doesn't he, as well? So it would have been great at this stage if you were really telling the truth, that you could have said that it was something else, because that really would, that really would put the old what's name in the what's name.
He said plain.
Yeah, but I still like what he says. It's almost like, oh my God, there's a glimmer of hope. Bruce Willis is going to come and save us, but it's Putin. Putin's going to be the hero. But we do realise that they always do this, whatever it is, this Roman Empire thing with the phoenixes, eagles, double eagles and all that. They always want to do it to the countries which don't seem to want to be in their monetary system. And I think Russia has its own monetary system, doesn't it? But I mean, Biden just looks absolutely ridiculous. How can you follow that man? I mean, it was bad enough having to try and follow Trump. But why would you want to follow Biden? And, you know, Australia News, he is the biggest threat to peace. No, not peace in America, peace in the world. He could cause a war, but I don't think wars ever happen. Sorry. It's all political. So I just wonder what Putin's part in it is, but I do like what he says. So, you know, in a minute, we've got another couple of minutes, but when this finishes, I'd like to just hear your point of view, you know, what you think. Microphone's flashing. Don't jump, microphone. I think this is quite incredible right now. We need a hero right now, don't we? Come on, give me a microphone. Who else wants a microphone? Yeah, well, it must have shown up on some TV, unless this is all fake. Because I mean, he doesn't look particularly good in the footage. His hand went really funny then, but you know, what's real? I'd like to think that they're dead, but who knows? We live in this fake world. Do you know what? You know, when it's almost like we're living on the moon, but we're not. If you know what I mean, we're living in this, the cyberspacey time and all that, and you know. You know, I actually thought, you know, all along Christian was saying, there's a new man in town, we just don't know who it is. Well, I just said it was Putin, and before we know it, we're at war with him. So how can it have been him? And if it is him, but you know, somewhere along the line, Mickey doesn't actually agree with me on this, but they did it. They did it to Hitler. Here's a Roman emperor. When the 1936 or 7 Olympic Games happened, he had the whole of his army thing walking through, and on the flags was double eagles, which means he had to be an emperor. And then he turned from being an emperor into the complete baddie. And then everybody now knows that the war didn't end the way they said it did. So it's just like, oh my God, it's like insanity. It's like we're in a joke, but it's not a joke. It's dead sick, horrible. You know, I've realised that when I said we need a piece of land, and then you know, people that are awake can live on it. And what that is that, you know, when I worked out as the people to come and live there, they were all empaths. Like me and Mickey are empaths, and the others were empaths. I don't know what it is. We've woken up. We just see it. What? I just don't understand this. Do we all have to say, down with the West, let's go Putin's way? What do you make of this? The resources of the empire. Yes, you understand what the empire's about, don't you, Putin? He does. Because he's in the empire. I just take it that anything we see on the television really is like Dallas and Dynasty, but I don't know if this went... I don't know who's done this, how it's got to Facebook. But he's not threatening, is he?
No.
I mean, sometimes he actually looks like he's wearing glasses, to be honest, in the footage. But then I think, oh no, just don't try and look at it like that. We're just looking at the message today, because the footage looks a bit crap. I mean, there he looks just not right, does it? We're 2022. Why can't we just see good footage? Why? Yeah, but anyway, we're back now, and it's all sort of a bit glitchy. But we're not going to I was just concentrating on the words. It was the words, obviously. It's what he's saying. Anyway, we're coming to the end now. What's your thoughts, Mickey?
Yeah, so looks like we've got a new emperor. Changing hands.
What, and so America's like, we're not conforming, we don't want him. Yeah, there you go, it's finished now. So, yes, completely. Well, you know what I want, a cliff, and kick them all off. And anybody that actually helped in it, or played in it, or the actors, or the liars, because they've sold their soul to this. And it's not very nice. But anyway, we've got to go now because the video's finished. Say goodbye, Mickey.
Goodbye.
Not to me, to them.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.